Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is Sports in Perspective on a Monday. Thank you for joining us live on the campus of Clayton State University. We are on Spreaker.com. That is Spreaker.com. Search Sports in Perspective. Look, we're back in studio. Thank you for joining us on the campus of Clayton State University. We've got a lot to get into. We got a lot of football. We got some college football. We got some NBA. Gonna have a great show today. Thank you once again for joining us on the campus of Clayton State University. First of all, I want to say that my hearts and prayers, our hearts and prayers go out to the church out in Texas, in which 27 people were killed. It is never a good thing when these things happen. It is never a good thing when we've got multiple mass shootings that take place in our country. I just looked up something. I believe it was by the Washington Post, that stated that the military, the FBI, was able to purchase a gun, and so that is very, very sad news, that he was able to purchase a firearm. The Texas gunman, I'm looking here at CNN, grandmother-in-law and 25 others at church. Let's here go to the Washington Post, just reported 3 hours ago, who attended services there. It's really, really sad. The youngest, it is so sad to hear the Air Force launched an investigation. This is from the Washington Post. Launched an internal review into why it failed to provide key information to the FBI that should have prevented the attacker from purchasing firearms. Serving in the Air Force, the gunman, Devin Patrick Kelly, 26, was convicted by a general court-martial on 2 counts of domestic assault. The article goes on and says the Air Force acknowledged that his last offense was not entered into a national database, which meant he was able to pass background checks to purchase weapons. Kelly was convicted of assaulting his wife and stepson in 12 months of confinement before being released in 2014 with a bad conduct discharge. All right, so basically he was able to purchase a firearm. No one looked into his background because it wasn't entered into the system, and it wasn't entered into a computer. He served 12 months of solitary confinement before being released. He is his wife and stepson, and only served 12 months. I find that interesting. How they are able to purchase weapons, how they're able to get it, how he was able to get it, how it wasn't entered into the database. This guy should be in jail for the rest of his life. Period. He should be in jail for the rest of his life. And we'll talk more about it as more into those, but that's just one more. Precisely how Kelly, the article goes on by the Washington Post, how Kelly obtained his guns remained a key question for investigators since Sunday's attack, as authorities have now Kelly, who spent a year behind bars, was able to purchase guns and pass state background checks for jobs. While authorities have not identified a motive for the attack, they emphasize that the shooting did not appear to be fueled by racial or religious issues, as has been with the other rampages at U.S. houses of worship. Instead, they pointed to the gunman's issues with his relatives, saying that Kelly had been sending threatening texts to his mother-in-law, who was not at the First Baptist Church when he opened fire on the congregation Sunday morning. Kelly's anger boiled into what appeared to be a planned assault on the tiny church in a tiny town outside of San Antonio, the latest mass attack to cut down Americans in seemingly safe public places. Kelly killed 26 people and injured 20 others, most of whom were praying in the pews when they faced a barrage of bullets from an assault rifle. The painful stories of the lives loss to a mass shooting have become a familiar ritual in this community, church, and countryside was no different. Once again, sad news, and our thoughts and prayers go out to this church. I'm a PK, I'm an avid churchgoer. It's sad. And whatever you can do to help, whatever prayers you can pray, pray for the church out in Texas, just outside of San Antonio. Just pray. So we'll do our best to transition into this. Once again, welcome to the Sports in Perspective live on the campus of Clayton State University. We are in studio today. Thank you for joining us. We are on Spreaker.com, and we are also on Facebook Live. You know, I'm a person, as we try to transition into sports, I'm not a person that likes to say I'm right. I'm not a person that likes to say, you know, hey, I got it right, because of how much work I do. I don't need to gloat. But I am going to gloat on this one particular team. So Kansas City started the season 5-0, and everybody was drinking the Kool-Aid. Everyone was saying this team is the best team in the NFL, better than the Patriots. Patriots are old and can't play defense. They're better. That this is the best team in the NFL. And there was one guy on a small little radio station called CSIR who said they would eventually come back down to earth. I gave you the numbers already on Andy Reid and Alex Smith. I told you they're 1-3 in the postseason. I told you one division title the last 5 seasons. I told you time and time again, eventually Andy Reid will be Andy Reid, which is a coach that can't win the big game, and he's under 500 in the postseason. I tried to tell you, but now I'm going to do what Sheldon did on The Big Bang Theory. I informed you thusly. I tried to tell you Alex Smith will revert back to just checking the football down. I tried to tell you. I tried to inform you. I tried to let you know Kansas City is not who we thought they are. Kansas City is a good team. They are a good, solid football team, but they are not what we think they are. They are who we thought they are. By the way, they've lost 3 of 4. Andy Reid has gone back to his old ways of not utilizing a running game. His running back leads the league in rushing with 800 yards. And they are 1-3 because they have failed to reach 100 yards the last 4 games. Andy Reid has tried to do it with these gimmick plays, these read options, these pitches and triple option. He's tried to win with smoke and mirrors. And yes, you may beat the Patriots on opening night. And yes, you may beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And yeah, you may beat this team and that team. But when you start getting into November and December, when teams have film, when teams can see what you like to do and what you don't like to do, and they can hammer at your weaknesses on the defensive side of the football, this is the result that you get. I'm an Eagles fan, so I appreciate everything Andy Reid did in Philadelphia. But that doesn't change he went 1-4 in NFC Championship game. That doesn't change the fact that he failed to run the football in critical moments. That doesn't change the fact he went 6-10 or 5-11 his last season in Philadelphia and completely lost the team. It doesn't. It doesn't erase the fact that his clock management has been horrible. It doesn't erase the fact that he hasn't beaten Mike Tomlin or Bill Belichick in the postseason. It doesn't erase that. It doesn't erase that Alex Smith is 1-3 in the postseason, and the only quarterback he's beaten of note is Brian Hoyer with the Texans. It doesn't erase that. I have tried to tell you. No. I informed you thusly. And I asked you this one question I'm going to ask again. Do you trust Alex Smith and Andy Reid in a big playoff game against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots? Do you trust Alex Smith against Tom Brady? Trust Alex Smith against Big Ben? Do you trust Andy Reid against Mike Tomlin? No, you don't trust them. No, you don't believe in them. No, you would not put anything on Kansas City if they played New England. By the way, if the playoffs ended today, New England and Pittsburgh would be 1-2. And Kansas City would be 3. Meaning they would have to win 2 road games to get to the Super Bowl. You thinking they're going to beat Pittsburgh and New England to get to the Super Bowl? Here's the the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't trust them against Mike Tomlin. I don't trust them against Oakland, and I don't trust them against Jacksonville in the postseason. Because Jacksonville can get off and rush the passer, solid running game. Blake Bortles is not going to turn the football over, and Oakland can put up points in bunches. And Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, they can put up points in bunches, and now their defense is starting to come along. I informed you thusly. Kansas City is going to eventually come back to the pack. Remember how everyone talked about that home field advantage? They keep playing the way they're playing. They're only going to get one home playoff game because they're going to win the AFC West. They're going to win the AFC West because Oakland now is 4-5, and Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos have absolutely positively no shot of winning this division. But if you were to ask me, Oakland at Kansas City playoffs, Derek Carr healthy, the offensive line is healthy, Amari Cooper isn't dropping passes, I'm taking Oakland. Jacksonville going to Kansas because they can run the football and they can rush the passer. But I tried to tell you, tried to inform you, tried to let you know Kansas City is not all that. I know they're a good football team. Andy Reid is a borderline Hall of Fame. I tried to tell you, I informed you thusly that the Kansas City Chiefs are just a good football team, and Alex Smith is an above average to good quarterback, but I'm not taking him over Tom Brady or Big Ben. I'm not, because those guys have rings and Alex Smith can't even get to the Super Bowl. So I want to get to this. I know we only got a couple of minutes. Thank you for joining us on the campus of Clayton State University on Facebook Live. We are in studio today, but I want to get to this real quick, and we'll talk about this after the break. The Falcons are 4-4. And the Falcons remind me, because they went to the Super Bowl and lost, they remind me of another NFC South opponent who they played yesterday. They remind me of the 2016 Panthers who went 6-10. Now, I'm not saying that the Falcons are going to go 6-10. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. But the drop-off between the 2015 Panthers, the 2016 Panthers, very, very similar between the 2016 Falcons and the 2017 Falcons, and we will discuss that next. It is Sports in Perspective. We'll be back right after this.